Hey everyone, it's Kai. Different angle again. Today's going to be a quick one. We're going to look at some new cards from the new Lyrical Monastery set, and then look at some tournament results, because I missed that on Monday. I'll doing the doing some pack openings. Also, we opened a lot of set 4, pretty much like 2 cases worth. So if you guys want to check that out and what we pulled, especially like the big stuff, that's on our Twitch channel, and it's like a giant VOD, so yeah, enjoy yourself, Anyway, let's kind of look at the cards today. They revealed to us MiMish, which is just like Friends support, right? It's basically all around this new gimmick called Friends. So the first one is just MiMish Tubby Leela. As you can see, she's quite tubby around the thighs, pretty insane, but, you know, just the average, you know, starter, nothing really special. Then we have MiMish Azjachir. So the key word is called Friend, which is like a Con ability on the Vanguard or Rearguard circle. But then if you have another unit in the same column as this unit, this and that unit becomes Friends. So this actually translates pretty well in Japanese, because the keyword is friend, and you become tomodachi, right? But in English, they just call it Friends. And I feel like this is I don't know, it feels like it's gonna be a problem in the future. Alright, and then the auto effect is when this unit is read upon by MiMish Rikashina, call this card to the Rearguard circle. So it just calls herself out. Pretty cool. MiMish Rikashina, so friend, again, it's got the friend ability. But her effect is if you, on the Vanguard circle, if you have another friend, when you would ride Misfortia from your ride deck, you can ride without discarding a card from your hand. So I'm guessing in the Japanese version, they say you have another card in the friend state, or in the Tomodachi state, right? So I feel like, yeah, it's starting, you know, friends and get mixed up pretty easily. They might need to just change it, right? It's like, it's similar to Harmony, but, you know, just kind of easier to pop off, I guess. But yeah, I feel like there should be a better way to call friends, right? Or they should have just kind of thought the keyword a bit better for English. People are suggesting, what, buddy, pal? We'll see what happens in the future, right? And then lastly, you got the Misfortia, and it's got the friend ability as well. And then the second effect is once per turn on the Vanguard circle, at the end of the battle that this unit attacked, if you have 5 or more other friends, or cards in the friend state, right? Counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand. Stand this unit and gets plus 5,000 power and drive -1 until the end of the turn. So pretty much just a very boring restand ability, though it's kind of weird saying a restand ability is boring. It just restands, right? Restands if you have a full field full of friends, right? And then lastly, we've got Sound in the Wind Dukela. So auto Rearguard circle once per turn. When your unit with the friend ability is placed in the same column as this unit, if you have 3 or more other friends, counterblast 1 and draw a card. So it's a bit kind of weird to say, but yeah, just a nice draw one. And then they're gonna reveal some more cards, so there's gonna be at least 4 more cards with the friend ability, and they're all getting released on Thursday, and then a card of the day, and then on the Tuesday as well. So a lot of these. Quick thoughts right now, it seems kind of boring in a way. It's just like, what, a restand, and I assume like other stuff is like if you're into the friend state, blah blah blah, you can do something. If this deck lacks any sort of protection from your cards getting retired or like attacked or like mass attacked, like from a clear sub, or getting like, you know, sucked into soul by barrow magnus or anything like that, the deck is not going to be very good in my opinion. It's just like you're going to lose your field and then lose the game, right? Having a restand is nice, but there's a lot of decks out there right now that can kind of like overpower you, right? So overall, I feel like it needs protection. It needs someone to like stop your stuff from dying. And if it doesn't have it, then it's just probably going to be like an average tier 2 deck, right? Moving on, let's look at some tournament results. So there was WGP Hiroshima. First place was won by Sag, right? Which is kind of a weird name, but yeah, Sag, right? Magnolia, taking it home with Magnolia. So we've seen Magnolia perform very, very well at the local level, and some big tournaments. And this is probably one of the bigger tournaments that are happening. WGP is pretty big, especially for an entire region. So Magnolia taking it home, and you can see it's running like the 4 Elder, 3 Magnolia ride, and it's like the pure ride line as well. So yeah, it turns out it's pretty good, especially with Pulse Ride. Second place was also taken by a Magnolia, which is still running like the pure line and like just the 4-3 split. And then pretty much, I feel like a lot of these cards are similar, except the first place ran 1 Elania, and this person didn't, right? And I think this person ran like 2 Gebregs. versus, I think this guy ran some grade 1s instead. So that's the only difference. Overall heavy draw count. This is like a 7 draw count Magnolia. This one is also set. This one's only 4 draws, so he's running some crit. So yeah, it's basically still put anything in the Magnolia deck as long as you've got the Elder. All is good. And then we've got a Nirvana deck, actually. So this Nirvana deck, actually, pretty interesting. Not running any draws, just going with fronts and crits. This is not running the prayer build as well that we're seeing very, very popular in the local scene. But maybe you just wanted some more extra consistency, I guess, and not just all in on the prayer. But yeah, he's still running just a split of like 1 old Nirvana and then 4 of the new Maha. But then he's got like 4 Esmeralda. And then just like the Urger and all the good stuff basically in your deck. So pretty interesting. And then lastly, we have a Barrow Magnus as well. So this Barrow is pretty much the standard build Barrow that we've been seeing so far. Heavy draw count, Pandemonium Tactics with the Swirler, and then, you know, the new, I think it's a Quigar? I don't know the name. But yeah, pretty standard build that we're seeing quite often. If you want to check this out, this is all on the Vanguard website. It's pretty nice. And then lastly, we have the MiMish Dogma Cup. And there's videos on this on the YouTubes, right? But basically, yeah, first place was won by Raku, was just running the Magnolia thing again. This one is still running the pure line, but has more emphasis on a lot more 4 orders already, and then having a lot of Elanias as well to push the early game. Not so much running like the other cards. It's got like Tugerbeg, but that's kind of about it. Second place was Barrow Magnus again. So Barrow Magnus taking home, like, well, doing really well. This one's running more older builds, I guess. It's running the Ashurda and the Expeller, but only running 2 of the new like Gurgler or Kulugler or something like that. It's the Tutor and the Soul Charge 1. And then third place was Serif. So we haven't really seen Serif that much, but we finally see it again. And Serif is running actually. A lot of people have been changing their builds a bit. We saw in the beginning a lot of the Macharites and the Cuff, but these are still here. But we see a lot more defensive options nowadays. We see the Turquoise back. We see the Dirty Violet. Sometimes we see the Order as well. So a lot of people are opting to play more defensive cards now compared to before, which was just like full on offensive Rouges as well. But yeah, also like not running any more like Serif Snows, which is interesting. But yeah. Pretty nice to see Serif back again. And then lastly, we have another Magnolia. So a lot of Magnolia tops. Magnolia basically eating well recently. Looks like he's going. Is this a 7 draw? I'm guessing that, yeah, 7 draw. 7 draw build. Literally no crits, right? No one likes crits anymore. It's really, really weird. But yeah, 4-3 split with a pure ride line. And the rest of it is just like, you know, good old impulse. And then now it's got MPix and all that. So yeah, very, very. This is very similar to one of the builds. I think like the second place WGP, but they're different. They're actually different people. And that guy was running I think just one condensation. So that is all for the tournaments this week. Just, you know, letting you guys know. I know you guys wanna. It's like the first week of set 4, so you guys want to see the meta decks and see what to do. So here it is. Meta is a lot of Magnolia. If you want to see some other decks, right, I did post a guide before on like last Wednesday, so you can go check that out. And there's also VG Top decks that's every Thursday that will have more local lists that can give you better ideas. So that is it for the day. Let me know what you guys think of getting friend zone. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.